So let me go to the application. Let me close. Let me open this application once again. Let me open this file. So whatever I have created earlier, yesterday, I mean to say day before yesterday, that company is not there because my system got formatted once again. So we have created APL company. That company I will create one more time quickly. Okay. For you, it is recap, kind of recap. Let me go to organization administration, collapse all, organization, legal entities. So we have created a company called APL, Accenture Private Limited. APL, country is USA. Already created whatever it is last time. It was my system got formatted once again. That is the reason I'm creating. Okay, and you need to map language ENUS. This you have learned already last Monday. I mean to say on Monday you have learned, and I need to map this zip code. I'm mapping some Bellevue is the city. So 56 multiplied with some 23 number. Some there is street numbers in USA. Street numbers will be like this. So country, I mean to say, country of legal entity is most important. You need to make sure the country is perfectly selected without any mistake. Without any mistake. And country like company code. Company code, how you want. Suppose if there is 200 companies are there, then you need to give numbering. Whether I need to give 001, 002, 003 like that, or AP01, AP002, how you want, you need to decide. Okay, so the code and country will not be changed in future. At this point, it will allow you, but in future you cannot modify. So one is company code, another one is country code. You cannot modify. So while creating itself, you need to make sure properly you have done. Next, number sequences. You can go to any module, setup, parameters. Actually, why I'm doing I'm redoing the same procedure, whatever I have executed on Monday. The reason behind it was the format, the system was formatted. That is the reason I'm doing. Otherwise, it is not required. Right click view details. So generate. So it may take 1 minute or 2 minutes time. Let it be generate. So it is creating automatically. It is creating so many like number sequences, around 440, 450 number sequences are there. All number sequences at a time it is creating. So through backend code, it is executing. It is executing some backend code. Yes, someone else is speaking. Any questions?
Sir, these all generals are already pre-built.
This number sequences already with this one APL dash something it will create. So look at this one next. So each module, so for vendor account it is creating APL dash, APL hyphen this hashtags. And so for payment journal, for closing voucher, there are internal invoice voucher, there are so many number sequences. It is around 450 or 460 journal number sequences. For all number sequence it is creating. Got it? So how many modules means, look at this one. So the first module AP and ER it is showing 758, but this is wrong, a small kind of bug. It is around 30. This is 30, around 30, this is a 30. Here in this one, in this asset management 8 number sequences, in the bank 10 number sequences, in the budgeting module 5 number sequences, in the bill of material it is 4. Like this it is creating so many number sequences automatically. Got it? Altogether it is 450, around 450 number sequences is creating, system creating. Can I click on finish? Any questions here? Okay, I'm clicking on finish. It will create automatically all the number sequences.
Sir, in real time also we'll be using, like by default system will allow to create number sequence, or is there any possibility after like we allowing manual automatically picking this number sequence, can we change or manually update number sequence for any of the modules?
Yes. Yeah, we will change it. That's why in the last Monday we have discussed, and I told you like number sequences I will discuss with you more. Some number sequences will change it. Sales order number sequences, purchase order number sequences, product receipt number sequence. If you want to change, you can change it. How to change it, I will discuss with you. That is, I have written as a pending point. Okay? You are going to learn the topic. Fine. Next one is number sequences once it is ready. Next calendar, it is already created. No need to create. Next chart of accounts, it is already there. Enterprise level data. Financial dimensions, it is enterprise level data. Accounting structure, enterprise level data, and currencies is enterprise level data. It is already available in the system. You are going to use it. Next, once it is done, exchange rates, currency exchange rate. So this is, so if you re-verify accounts receivable parameters, if you re-verify, all the modules number sequences got created automatically. Not only AP parameters or AR parameters, all the modules. Okay, so in our next continuation we have learned already all these things. Last Friday I have, like Monday I have discussed all these things. Now currency exchange rate, accounts like general ledger module only. General ledger module, collapse all, currencies, currency exchange rates. So you need to, actually first you need to create exchange rate types, you need to create, and for this exchange rate types you need to map exchange rates. Okay, so the first one is exchange rate type. So this is You need to create. Next, currency exchange rates. You need to define. Okay, so here you need to enter manually every day. Suppose US dollars was Canadian dollars. You need to enter the exchange rates. You need to enter the exchange rate. So suppose USD to INR. Whatever it is changing, you need to enter exchange rate. Like this. Okay. Exchange rates you need to enter manually. So based on the client requirement, you are going to enter manually, or we have option if you want to integrate with any application, like here, configure exchange rate providers. If you want to integrate with website, you can do integration. Got it? This is with website, so that it will capture the exchange rates, whatever it is there in the website. This is integration with websites. Otherwise, you need to enter manually the exchange rates. Otherwise, manually you need to enter currency exchange rates manually one by one. So new exchange rate, it is suppose today it is 75.4 something, like this. Okay, fine. Once it is configured, now the most important form, ledger. As I told you, this is head of the application. You can compare with any like living thing with head. Any living thing will have head. That head, it is ledger. In Dynamics F&O, ledger is the most important. So it is in general ledger, ledger setup, ledger. General ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, ledger. If you click on edit, we are making a, suppose if you are making a toy, then you need to prepare a toy head. That's what we are creating here. Suppose you are drawing a like a doll, one doll drawing, then first one is you need to prepare head properly. That head we are doing now. So chart of accounts we need to map. We need to map the calendar. We need to map the currency. We need to map reporting currency. Suppose I'm mapping euros. And exchange rate, currency exchange rate, I'm mapping default. Reporting currency exchange rate default. Budget exchange rate type default, I'm mapping. If you want different, you can map it. And you need to map accounting structure. Once it is mapped, you need to click on ledger, recalculate ledger periods. Click OK. So, save. Accounts for currency revaluation. It is, we need to map this one as well. Give me a minute. it is, we need to close and we need to reopen this one, then only it will show you the ledger form. So you need to map, click on edit, currency revaluation. It is realized gain, realized profit, realized loss, and unrealized gain. We have already learned this one, am I right? Already we have learned unrealized profit, unrealized loss. So we have mapped the ledger form. We have mapped ledger form. Okay, fine. Any questions till now? Any questions?
This accounting currency and reporting currency, why it is different?
So I want all reports in accounting currency, US dollars, but some reports I want to generate in US dollars, euros also. That is my requirement.
Okay, fine.
Some reports I would like to see. Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, fine. So accounting currency is US dollars. Reporting currency also you can map US dollars, but I want to see some reports in euro. That is the reason I have mapped euros as a reporting currency. Fine. So this is most important. So as I told you, one is company code and country code. You need to make sure properly. In the same manner, in the ledger form, you need to make sure, like, one is chart of accounts, accounting currency, and the reporting currency. These three cannot be modified later. So all five, one is company code, one is country code, chart of accounts, accounting currency, reporting currency. All these five you cannot modify later on. So while creating itself, you need to make sure I have done properly. Otherwise, what happens later on, if you want to modify, you need to close this company and you need to create a new company once again, fresh implementation. It's a big exercise for you. It's a big exercise to you. You need to once again recreate all those things. Understood? Okay, fine. Next, general ledger. General ledger parameters. Next step, general ledger parameters. General ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, general ledger parameters. You need to map like this one, penny differences in accounting currency, penny differences in reporting currency. What is this means? This is most important. Penny difference in the accounting currency, penny difference in the reporting currency. General ledger parameters. So same general ledger parameters, general tab, general tab. So the differences, at least you need to map 0.01. Maximum penny difference. And one more, maximum penny difference in maximum penny rounding in the reporting currency. Okay, this you need to map 0.01. What is this 0.01? What is this? This is mathematics. You need to remember. You need to recollect mathematics. What is this penny difference? Okay, fine. Now, suppose 20 by 6. What is the value? 20 by 6. What is the value? 3.33. Am I right? So if it is rounding is, this is rounding. Otherwise, 20 by 3. I will take another example. 20 by 3. What is the value?
6.66.
6.6666. Okay. If it is rounding to 0.01, then what is the value of this material?
6.67.
6.67. The rounding rule is this one.
Yeah.
The same rounding rule I have mapped like 0.1 is the rounding rule. Then what is the value?
6.7.
This is mathematics we learned. If it is rounding value is 1, then what is the value of this material? This calculation?
7. It will be 7.
This rule is required in the system. That's what we are mapping here, 0.01. At least I need to map 0.01 for penny differences in the accounting currency report. Okay, so you have map. Now in the database level, in SQL database, the value of 20 by 3 is equal to 6.666666. It is around 15 digits or 20 digits. It will be there in the system. Okay, but we have mapped rounding difference 0.01. The reason behind, everywhere the amounts will be displayed like this. Am I right? 2 digits only. Agree? Vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, 2 digits only. That is the reason it will show. That is the reason I have mapped this 0.01. Understood?
Yes.
So if you map up to 0.05 also, based on your requirement, you can map. Based on the client requirement, you can map. Your wish. But minimum, you need to map 0.01. If you have not mapped this one, what happens? If not mapped, what happens? You will get error message like 6, suppose 6.66 in accounting currency and 6.66 in reporting currency does not tally. What do you mean? So this one, it is fine. Suppose the same thing, 17 by 3. If you take the calculator, it is very odd amount. Prime number divided by prime number.
5.66.
1 second. 17 by 3. This is fine. Actually, it is not that one. I want 23 by 3. Okay. This is also fine. Not that one. Give me a minute. 100 by 17. 100 divided by 17. This is very odd number. Am I right? So just I'm giving 100 by 3. Mathematics, these calculations will come into the picture. Now the value is like 5.88, 5.882. In actually like this, I got one value. Suppose 54 4 8. Okay. So if you making rounding 0.01 rounding, then what is the value of this material? The item, the calculation result. What is the value?
5.49.
What is the value? 5.55. 5.55. Suppose I got like this. What is the value?
5.54.
5.54. Suppose this is initially, look at this one, logic, mathematics. Suppose this is first initially rounding to like this. What is the value?
5.545.
5.545.
545. 45.
Am I right? Now this is rounding to 0.01.
5.55. 5.54.
If you are making this one, this is 2 steps you did it rounding. Am I right? Directly I am rounding to 0.01. What is the value?
5.54.
So if you apply 2 levels, it is 5.55, the same value. If you apply 1 level, it is showing 5.54. Am I right? Understand, everyone? If you are applying 2 levels of the rounding rule, it is showing 5.55. If you are directly applying rounding rule, it is 5.54. So in the system, it will show you accounting currency 5.54 and reporting currency 5.54 does not tally. The reason behind inside it is one calculation 5. Actually inside it is 48. Here also 48. Not 48, it is 4. So this rounding calculation is happening for 1 level. Suppose this rounding is calculated 2 levels, then this value is different and that value is different. Agree? Got my point? So the rounding differences, you will get errors if it is prime number is coming a lot. If you are doing purchases and sales a lot about rounding differences, then rounding differences related topic, you will get this kind of errors a lot. So to mitigate all these things, you need to remember wherever it is there, maximum penny differences, you need to map 0.01 or 0.02 something based on the requirement. At least you need to map, otherwise 0.02 try to map. Then majority problems will be resolved. At least 0.01 or 0.02 based on your requirement. Fine. Now I'm telling you, like in the system it is showing like this, in the database level this one, and actually it is calculation now this one. So is there any difference between 6.67 and 6.66? Is there any differences between these two values? Is there, as per mathematics, if you subtract, any difference is there? Agree? Even though it is a minute value, differences are there. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we are mapping the percentage, like some value, some rounding rule you are mapping, but the difference is there. In the front end, it is showing 6.67, but in the database level SQL server, it is there. The difference should be mapped somewhere else, am I right? This account. Agree? Okay, those differences can be configured in the system, general ledger, collapse all, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions. In the new company, click on create default types and click on edit. You need to map what is this account means, the difference, whatever it is there, this should be posted to some account. That account is okay. Many clients I saw, these are not mapping. Create accounts for automatic transactions, create default types. You need to click on create default types and you need to map. I saw many clients, they are not mapping this account and they will get error messages like this. You will face problems. If it is 20 by 5, what is the value? 20 by 5? 4. For that, is it required?
No.
Not required. Whenever you are facing odd numbers, I mean to say prime numbers, particularly prime numbers, you will get this kind of errors. To rectify these things, you need to map in the general ledger parameters rounding rule and you need to map their ledger account here. I saw many clients, they are not practicing this one. This is account, I mean to say consultants are not explaining to the business users properly and not mapping properly. I saw many clients. Understood? Is it clear now, till now? Any questions here? Okay, I'm just making this one in the entire last, not required now. Okay, so this entire thing, it is for knowledge purpose I have discussed. This is, we'll discuss that one later. Now, so 13. You need to map accounts for automatic transactions. General ledger, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions. Accounts for automatic transactions. You need to map general ledger, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions. You need to map. Okay, once it is defined, once it is mapped, then finance related minimum setups are configured. Minimum setups are configured. Next one, you have to define. Okay, so next one is customer group and vendor group. First one is vendor groups, we need to create. Next, we need to create vendor groups. Accounts payable module, collapse all vendors, vendor groups. Okay, vendor groups we need to create. Accounts payable module, accounts payable, vendors, vendor groups. Next, you need to map vendor posting profile. This is in accounts payable setup, vendor posting profile. Setup, vendor posting profiles. We have learned already this one, right? Group level, all table level we have mapped. Any doubt in this one? Vendor posting profiles.
This 10 and 20, we can take any number or we have to take only 10 and 20?
So
For the
actually
group.
we have created groups, like we have created groups, whatever the groups it is there, as per your comfort. I mean to say business users, they will give the numbering. Suppose they want like, no, they don't want like this, they want DOM when you can create like this. Understood? This is customer data, the client data. Based on their data, you need to do it. Usually business users, for them, whenever they are entering, if it is numbers, it will be easy for them. Got it? This is client data. You are not the decision maker. Like client, whatever they are giving, that you need to follow simply. And whatever you have mapped, that one, that you need to use this one here in the transaction. Understood? Got it? Yes or no, please?
Sir, we don't need to fill the balance parameters.
Balance?
Parameters, that is sales tax prepayment, offset account, the other blanks, right? You don't need to fill that.
We'll come to that one. You are talking about journals. Any journals?
No, sir, in the same page, I'm seeing this blank pages. Setup tax, yeah, these things.
These are not required. Actually, arrival and offset arrival we need to map it.
So basically, sir, when we don't have that dots only, like whether they are required to build, not to build, when to be built.
So, see, if it is sales tax prepayments, whenever you are doing prepayment invoice, usually it is for like if it is a invoice you are generating for that, for each and every field, don't try to understand each and every field in the system. If you start debugging like that, you can become a mad. The reason behind some fields are maybe relevant to the other country specific features. Okay, based on your requirement, you are going to debug it something. This is sales tax prepayments means at the time of prepayment invoice, if you are generating, if you want, you can use it. Okay, so if you start reading not only this one, if you start reading like suppose that you can try after some time, not now. Suppose go to the purchase order. If you go to the purchase order, some more than 300 or 400 fields are there in the purchase order. Can you go through one by one? Am I right? So, yeah.
How do you know that they are mandatory or like because of which we are getting some errors? Generally, when we try independently, we tend to get errors. But for what?
Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Exact reasons for the mistakes we are not able to identify and correct it.
So two things. One is like first you need to understand the basic flow. The basic flow. After that, you need to enhance your knowledge one by one. So in my trainings, what I'm teaching 0 to 99 perfectly. 0 to 99 perfectly without any errors. If you learn this one, so if you want to learn numbers, mathematics, mathematics teacher, whether she has explained, she or he, in your from 0 class to 10th class, any teacher explained like 2 crores 25,546. Anyone explain to you?
Agree, sir. Like we will, as we practice more and more, we get to know where the entire that fine.
Exactly. Okay.
Can-
So I am making sure like you are going to learn 0 to 99 perfectly. After that, I will teach 100, 200, 300, 400, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, like that. Then on top of that, you have to learn. Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I totally understand. So in the posting profile, there is an offset account field there. If I assign an offset account, say some main account is assigned. So whenever I am posting an invoice for this vendor, automatically the offset will be happening in that account.
No, not that one. This is I will discuss with you anyhow. Invoice register, actually vendor invoices, I have explained invoice journal and purchase order invoice I have explained and pending invoice I have explained. Am I right? These three only I have explained. But I told you there are 5 invoice register I need to explain. Am I right? Invoice register, there are 5 steps. In that it will be covered these 2. Okay.
Thank you.
In that it will be covered. Okay, but we will discuss. So remaining it is not we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss about this one. This is not for the transaction whenever you are posting. I mean to say in journal whenever you are posting, if you are selecting vendor offset account is coming like this. It is not that one. This is actually it is not offset account. It is arrival offset account. Arrival and arrival offset account. So why Microsoft has changed as offset account, I don't know. It should be arrival offset account. So that will be covered during invoice register and approval journal. Okay, everyone understood? Ismail
Yes, sir.
and
Thank you.
yeah.
Yep. Understand. So that would be something like intercompany transaction, isn't it?
No, it's not intercompany. I will discuss with you. But
Thank
it is
you.
a talk. Okay,
Thank you.
so earlier, whoever is asked about this one, Rohita, I'm sorry, who discussed earlier? Before Ismail, who discussed? Some.
Sorry, I think it was me.
Yeah, Satish, I'm sorry. Okay, Satish, you will understand this one during this one, invoice issued approval journal. At that time, you will understand these two topics. Okay?
Fine.
Fine. Yeah, let me proceed now. So we understood vendor posting profiles. Next one is next step, accounts payable parameter. So in this, in AB parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, okay. Next here, select vendor posting profile, okay, fine. So we have created vendor posting profile just now. That you need to map in the setup accounts payable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, posting profile, vendor posting profile. Just now we have created that you need to map it. Vendor posting profile. Okay. Next, you need to create vendor account. So once it is defined, go to accounts payable, collapse all vendors. You need to create vendor account. So vendor number is coming somewhere else. I will discuss with you. And here I am entering, suppose Rama Enterprises. I am selecting group. So vendor account number, it is coming automatically. And the name you have entered, whatever that is there. Group we have mapped. Language is coming from the legal entity. That is important. I told you already. We have mapped the language. That language is automatically populated here. And the currency is populated here. Currency we have mapped in the ledger form. Just now, like a few minutes or something, 45 minutes before, we have mapped in the general ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, ledger. We have mapped accounting currency. That currency is populated. Understood? So accounts payable module, vendors, all vendors, create new vendor. Okay, currency is automatically populated from ledger screen. Okay, and the language is automatically populated from legal entity. Understood? Any questions here? Is it clear? Any questions? I hope it is clear. Am I right? In the same manner, for customer side also we need to create clean. Yeah, any questions, team? Satish, Ismail.
Sir, in this vendor creation,
Yeah.
can we see reporting currency also?
No. We will see primary currency, accounting currency, because that is the major currency, primary currency.
Local currency only.
Yeah, everywhere it will show you accounting currency. Reporting currency only for few reports. Only for few reports we can generate. Okay.
Fine.
But in the transaction data, you can see. In the transaction data, you can see accounting currency and reporting currency. But directly display means only accounting currency. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
So now let me create customer groups. Customer groups. That is in accounts receivable. It is in setups actually. In the setup, accounts receivable setup, customer groups. Okay, let me create that one. Accounts receivable. That's all. Setup, customer groups. Okay, so then domestic customers. Your wish, how you want. Means customer client data. Based on the client data you are creating. So next, customer posting profiles. Yeah, any questions, please? So collection letters I have explained them, right? Credit and collections. Credit and collections module. We have discussed them, right? Interest notes. At that time we learned these things. Remember? Fine. Please try to recollect collection letters.
Yes.
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 At that time, yeah. Yes. So, we have mapped the customer posting profiles. Next, we are mapping in the parameters. So, ledger and sales tax tab. Customer posting profile. Okay. Next, you can create a custom. Brown automobiles, something like that. So save. For this customer also, the same Language is coming automatically. Ismail, can you mute yourself? Ismail, can you mute yourself, please? Fine, thank you. So here, one is language I have mapped. Language, it is coming from the legal entity, and accounting currency also it will be coming automatically here in this sales demographics. Currency is coming automatically. So let me write down. Customer group created. Next, customer posting profiles, and it is in AR parameters, in AR setup. This is 19th step. This is customer posting profiles. We have to find. Okay, in AR parameters, you need to define, you need to map that one. You need to map customer posting profiles. And you need to create customer. Customer account or customer, whatever. Understood? Any questions till now? Any questions till now?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we have mapped GL general ledger module setups, minimum setups, AP module setups, minimum AR setups. We did it. Tomorrow we'll map item related setups. Then we'll finish it. After finishing, we'll create a purchase order, sales order. So everyone whoever is joining for my session, this company creation process, you need to practice every day, one time, starting from the first company legal entity creation, all the setups, you need to practice every day you need to practice. This is your responsibility. Whatever you have paid fee to me, that will be worthful if you are practicing this now. If you are not going to practice this one, no use for joining my sessions. Okay, this company creation process you need to practice. So this company creation process, another 3-4 days it will be continued. I mean to say next Thursday, Friday, and Monday, Tuesday also it will be continued. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday also maybe. Okay, this every day you need to create a new company and doing all the steps from day 1 to till now, whatever I have explained. Like this, you need to practice. It is your responsibility. Okay, and you need to start practicing, and you need to speak with the opposite persons. Suppose I have given one example like long back, whether I have explained to you or not, I don't know your batch. See, one of my friend I have asked like, explain me. So in 2005, I learned different course, because in 2002-2005 I worked as a end user, key user implementation consultant. At that time, I'm not very much know about the ERP. I worked in a client side. So what is this functional consultant role? What exactly it means? I don't know. So I came from my town to Hyderabad. My native is Vijayawada. From Vijayawada is a new capital for Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so now I came from Vijayawada to Hyderabad. Here I don't know like what is my profile till now I have worked. I don't know anything. So I joined in one course. Then I asked one friend like, explain me whatever you have learned from last 2 months. He is not able to explain at least 2 minutes. Then what is the use? You need to speak. You need to practice. So how can you speak? You need to you need to have a friendship with any of this team member. Try to speak. Try to explain by you. You try to explain to the opposite person. You try to initiate. And we have 4 numbers, am I right? In our group. Try to make a friendship and try to ping him in WhatsApp, like, what is your free time? I want to discuss with you. Try to teach whatever you have learned to the opposite person. Try to speak. You may do mistakes. No problem. What is the problem? No one is like questioning you, or no one is asking you like why you did mistake. Try to speak whatever you have learned. If you are speaking, definitely you will get, whenever if you are attending an interview, if you are not able to speak with your friend, how can you give clarifications to the interviewer? Okay, it is your responsibility. You need to speak. Okay, fine. I hope you are already started discussing with your friends, your colleagues, rather than speaking on like cricket matches, politics. What is the use? What is the benefit you are getting? With this one, you are going to settle down your career. Okay, try to speak about the product. Fine. Best of luck to you. Okay, see you. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time, 8 a.m. IST. If you have any doubts, any questions, please speak. Otherwise, we can wind up the session for today.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
On point number 11, ledger. So, in currency revaluations, we have mapped unrealized gain loss and the realized gain loss. So, since those are mandatory chart of account, or like since system is passing automated journal entries, we have to map this?
Yes. So, while running foreign currency revaluation, it should post to the ledger accounts, am I right?
Yes.
That ledger accounts is from here only. If you are not mapped, it will throw error message through whenever you are running foreign currency revaluation.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it?
So this is mandatory. Sir.
Mandatory.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
You're welcome.
Sir, in this ledger form, it is mentioned.
Any questions? Any more questions, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello. I'm getting low voice. Someone else is speaking.
Yes, sir. Sayed here.
Yes, Sayed.
So in this ledger form, the accounting is like manufacturing balance sheet and P&L that we have to create manually, or it will be by default.
No, you need to create. That's what I discussed already on Monday. You need to define your accounting structures.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because of enterprise level data, previous company, previous USMF, DMF data is there. That I'm using. Otherwise, you need to create. In the new database, you take license from Microsoft. You need to create. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And same with ledger accounts also, like chart of accounts.
Yes. Chart of accounts you need to create.
Fine.
Financial dimensions you need to create. Accounting structure you need to create. Currency is not required. It is already by default available. You need to create all this.
Fine.
Except currency and country. Yeah. Currency and country, it is available. Remaining all are you need to create.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Fine. Any more questions, team? Okay, nothing. Then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once.